5 steps to overcome insecurity in your relationship. When starting a romantic relationship, it's easy to feel emotionally vulnerable, especially if you have already had an experience that ended with emotional scars and left you feeling disappointed. Questions like, will I be rejected again? Or am I doing something that annoys them? Are normal when you don't have much experience or when your previous experiences have been negative. Finding problems where there are none. Generally, when we feel insecure in any relationship, no matter what type it is, or when we are faced with difficult situations, we create even more complications. Because we see problems where none exist. And it's like a nightmare chasing its tail. Because the uncertainty will only get worse and worse, and your imagination will end up sending everything into high gear. When we are uncertain, we look for signs that things are going badly and identify the most trivial or smallest things as those signs. And of course, we always find what we're looking for, even when it doesn't exist. How to stop being insecure in a relationship. What can we do to overcome these insecurities so that we can live happily with our partner without spoiling it with unnecessary arguments? Let's look at it. 1. Don't let your imagination distort reality. Even punishment and negative memories from our past can do really strange things to our brains. Constantly creating something that has happened or could happen can get to the point where we become confused about what is really going on. Is our tendency to imagine what would happen if we did it all over again or if things were different is really confusing. But often that uncertainty is based on what could potentially happen, not from personal experiences, but experiences from others we have seen, or even worse, the education we have received about what a good relationship is supposed to look like. These are generalized ideas based on other people's experiences that have nothing to do with our point of view. The next time you feel uncertain, ask yourself if something actually happened or if you just imagined it. You have to be able to tell the difference and filter your current relationship from your previous experiences and everything you know about social and cultural stereotypes. 2. Don't fall into the trap of security. Relationships aren't always exactly what you think they should be, but falling into the trap of certainty that things have to be a certain way increases your uncertainty when you see something go wrong. When things don't go the way you think they should, you lose control because you're unable to honestly filter what you see, and you continue to let your imagination run wild. You need to relax when faced with uncertainty. Try not to control everything, and give yourself the opportunity to get to know the other person, get to know yourself in this new relationship. Stop imagining and defining. Stop clinging to a life you can only imagine and start really living and enjoying life. 3. Give your partner room to breathe. You have no right to ask the other person to be more like you want or to live in the relationship according to the rules you have set up. But trust and respect are built little by little, just like love. The fact that you have found a partner that you feel is good for you does not mean that everything is said and done and that your cards are laid. That relationship must grow. And like a newly planted seed in the ground, it needs to be in loose enough soil to absorb the right amount of water and oxygen. If you push it too hard, it doesn't have to die. But it probably won't bloom either. 4. Stop reading their minds. This is a problem that often arises in both personal and romantic relationships. We like to think we know what they're thinking and consistently act on it. But since we don't even bother to ask, or if we do, we start acting threatening, we act like it's true. Once again, it's all in your imagination. 5. Stop comparing your relationship with others. All the insecurity you feel is because of previous experiences and stereotypical ideas based on how things should be. But you need to free yourself from all these chains and start giving your new relationship a chance to grow and be free. If you don't leave your past behind, you won't have a future. Whether your relationship will last for a long time, only time will tell. So stop acting like the world will end if you don't choose the right partner. And start living your life.